Hello, friends. Hey, Bougie Gang, what's going on? How's everything going, guys? I hope everything is going amazing for you. This has been such a nice holiday weekend. We went to see Moana today. I just warmed up Thanksgiving. Farrah made omelets this morning. And I just warmed up Thanksgiving, but I didn't eat yet because I didn't want to be all full trying to talk to you guys because that takes on a whole different situation. I don't want to get the itis while I'm while I'm trying to do a live. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, what's the itis, Fran? The itis is something that kicks in. It's like it's what do they call it? Is it tryptophan? It's the after effects of a big meal and you get real sleepy, tired, and but in a particular community, we call it the itis, and that can happen whenever you eat a good meal. Okay. I didn't want to get the after Thanksgiving itis, so I refrained from my meal so I could. One, two, three, first. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Okay. If you want to be one, two, three first, you got to tap in. Tap in. Okay. One, two, three first on the tap in. Okay. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Subscribe. If you are not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you are waiting for, but baby, I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Likes do matter, so hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. Tap in, tap in, tap in, right? Oh, thank you, Miss HLS. And if you would like to send a little girl, you did that. That's the information to the Cash App, and there's information elsewhere on my About page. So, yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad y'all are here. Guys, we are here for some more jail reactions. I know I owe you lots of time. We have a lot to talk about. I have low key a list. Um, I hate when I have stuff to do on the weekend. Tomorrow, Lammy needs to go get his booster and get his nails cut, baby. After that, I'm all you guys. We gonna see what's gonna happen in the morning. But he's got to be at his doctor's appointment so semi early. And then after that, I'll be good. Um, let's see. So have your notifications set. We got lots to talk about and lots to get caught up on. Hi 504, what's going on? CW Beverly, everybody. Let me just click on some names. Mimi, what's going on? Houston Foodie, KRS1. Okay. Okay. I hope everyone's doing well. Okay. All right, guys, let's just jump right into it. Why not? Now I know phone calls from prison did put up a phone call. I almost feel like we should listen to this. And for some, I don't know why I feel like I've some of this was familiar, but I don't know. I could be wrong. It was the calling Shirley, saying Shirley was 100 for me. Why don't we knock that out? Why don't we knock out the foolishness and then we're going to do a Cobb County visit? Okay. Why don't we just go ahead and eliminate the shenanigans of old stupid ass Lamont? Okay. Old dumbass. Ugh. Lamont is so gross. Okay. He's so gross and disgusting. And the fact that that is Nesto's best friend is not a surprise to me. It's not even giving surprise. It's giving, well, that makes sense. Why wouldn't that be his best friend? You know what I mean? Like that seems of the quality and caliber that we would expect from Nesto. And then to sit there and say that the wife is 100, knowing good and well, both of them should be lucky if they make it to 70 years old. Okay. And healthy and enjoying life and at the rate they're both going. Okay. Oh, lying Lamont. Yeah, and then Big Baby. I know Debbie is like, fuck them. Nesto's sitting in jail. He's so mad at Debbie. Let's just get into it because I could just go on and on. I could literally go on and on. Those two are the worst. They're just the worst. Okay, let's get into it. Oh God, these guys. These guys. Look at this little quaint village. This looks like somewhere in like Pennsylvania. Ooh. I love when it comes through like in like a earthquake.
This call between Nesto and Lamont was made on July 11th, 2023. Shirley told Nesto she was sick of it in a jail call made about 2 weeks prior.
Lamont might be one of these types of people who's cheap. Lamont might be cheap. Oh, and let me just say this too. All the information for this call is in the description box if you're new here. This is a phone call that was published by Phone Calls from Prison, a YouTube channel we love to watch. And all of the information is in my description box. Okay. Um, and welcome to Real Talk Bougie. And we are in the middle of doing a reaction, review, and some commentary on that ass. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get into it. All the information in the description box and let's go.
This conversation between Nesto and Lamont revolves around that. Take a listen.
Brother,
What up, bro?
Brother.
how you doing today?
Hey, I'm making it.
Okay, okay.
How about yourself? You all right?
I'm keep going. I'm keep going. So I need.
That's all right, man.
Can you talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So that's what I got going on. So I found me another attorney. I'm getting to go get my stuff for me and pay him off. He charging me $300 to come see me today. I don't have $300. Hoping you can kind of help me out with that today. And it's great because this attorney can work with the attorney that I have now. They know each other. So that's I have two lawyers working on two different things at the same time. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. What you got?
So now I got to get $300.
I mean, I don't think Lamont doesn't have the money. I just wonder if Lamont is concerned about sending money to Nesto, considering he might be the unnamed co-conspirator. I don't know. I don't know what Lamont's situation is, but Lamont may have made a decision to not send money, forward money, any of that. I mean, he's obviously making a decision. I mean, the way these two used to, I guess, hang out, the way these two he calls him a brother. Um, why he would be calling him that if he treated him like this on the outside, just kind of flake. So I'm not really sure why Lamont at this moment in time didn't come through, other than he made a conscious decision he wasn't going to be on any type of paper. And maybe when he read the warrant, and saw that his name was down at the bottom of the Melody Scretchen warrant, where it says that a phone call was traced back to Lamont, you know who, and he was representing himself as an attorney and asking the person who complained regarding a stolen car information. So maybe that's why he did not come through. I'm not really sure. We don't know. But that would be a good enough reason that if Nesto is in enough trouble and he has been in the midst or involved along with Erica Kang, it's quite possible he decided he wasn't going to put any money to anything other than I'll pick up the phone and say hi, but I'm not going to do much else. Thank you so much. Wow, 11 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. That's a lot of support, and I appreciate it very much. I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop dead. Like, why didn't Lamont ever come through with money? Um, I mean, if he's going over there to the, he likes to eat high end. He's living a certain type of way. In Atlanta, he's giving women money. He couldn't come through with $300 is like a good lunch at a high end restaurant, right? So, hello, he's cheap.
Also, he can come see me today so I can tell him what I need him to do because lawyers can do that. Go get your shit for you. You understand what I'm saying?
He charging you $300 just to come see you?
Lamont
Hey,
is
man,
cheap.
what's the name charged me $1,500? He charged me $1,500 just to come see me. $1,500, bro. The motherfucker charged me $1,500 just to come see me for an hour. Okay. So
Thank
I've
you,
been dealing with him
LK.
for 6 months. Still sitting in here. Okay. So this one I gotta have this one because this type of case I got. Everybody can't take this case, and I gotta keep him with this new attorney so he can be in the courtroom with me. So they can, cause I gotta have a person who knows what's going on. Like you know what's going on. I can't just keep.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nesto Shackle Shuffle, Walk of Shame. Um, if the shoe were on the other foot, would Nesto go running over there with $300? It would be whichever way the wind blow, whether Nesto would have the money, because Nesto tried to play it like he took care of everybody. But if you were taking care of Shirley and her bills, why was you separating her from her money? And why wasn't the rent paid? Right? Why wasn't the rent paid? So, and why is the house in her name? Well, we know why, because he's a felon and he probably had I'm sure he had bad credit. Nestor had so many evictions, so many dispossessories. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all too. I'm sure his credit was shot. Okay. Um, Credit was in her name for the house. Bills were not being paid. I don't know how he can tell Sonya he was taking care of everything when he and Shirley were packing up from that house because they were being evicted for non-payment of rent for almost a damn year, and used a fake I was about to say used a fake attorney to handle the dispossessory business is one of the things that really got them into this trouble that they're in at this moment. So very, very, very bad news.
Switching up, starting over. You know what I'm saying? Or I be sitting this
I
motherfucker.
don't know if Nesto would come through for Lamont, because I feel like Nesto is probably just as cheap as Lamont. Nesto knows who he's dealing with. I suspect that both of these guys are just cheap.
3 years.
Really frugal with separating with their money.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, sometime in 2 months, it's supposed to be 2 weeks. I'm supposed to go to a preliminary hearing. That means they got to come with enough evidence to go bound over to another court. You know what I'm saying? I never went to a preliminary. They skipped over all that shit. They waited 9 months to get to a preliminary hearing. You know what I'm saying? And still never indicted. So right now, I'm trying to learn a couple of from my mistakes that I went through last year when I was switching all them lawyers, going back and forth, spending unnecessary money. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was an emotional wreck. This ain't no emotional wreck right now. Yes, I got to do what I got to do.
Did he say emotional wreck? They were in an emotional. I'm sure he meant to say they were emotional wrecks. But Shirley didn't sound like an emotional wreck to me. He was the one who was tripping, talking to Sonya all that time.
And I got the evidence. You understand what I'm saying? Last year I didn't have what I have now. So that's what that is. And I need to call my other lawyer right now and tell him he don't need to talk to my other folks no more. Our other folks. He don't need to talk to them no more. So I need to call him now.
Right. I mean, is that's completely gone? She completely out the picture.
I ain't talked to her no more. I ain't talked to her since she told me I couldn't walk there. That was the
I couldn't walk
28th.
there.
28 told me she got to do what she got to do. She got to work concerned about her daughter and her two grandkids and fat baby just staying over there. We ain't talked since then.
That trips me out how he calls Debbie fat baby. That's
And
crazy.
what y'all understand, I know they still got a job because they took them to court yesterday and I heard it on the radio. So they good. So right now,
Right.
I got to tell him don't talk to her about nothing no more. Let her just go on, get herself back together. Because once I'm found not guilty, I know how that shit gonna go.
How many times does he have to tell Crail to not talk to Shirley? Like, didn't he already tell Crail to not talk to Shirley months ago at the direction of Ponytail? Why is he having to tell Crail again to not talk to Shirley? Is it because Shirley at that point may or may not have still been paying some money, or she hadn't paid any money at that point? Because this is around the time of the affidavit. The affidavit, I think, was June. He went to court. So he went to court, what, June 28th or something? The other day we watched the Jonathan Salmon video. June 28th would have been one of the Kevin Majeski appearances. So that's the one where she was like, no dogs, no animals. It has something to do with nudity, X, Y, and Z. And that's when they sent, had the next high bond. A mess. I don't think he had to tell anybody to not speak to Shirley. I think Shirley was done.
Right. But once you find out guilty, then you just need to remember.
Yeah.
Remember.
Absolutely. But right now, I can't afford to lose no cases. I can't afford to lose no cases right now. Everything I got to win. For me to win for the future, I have to win everything. So I go to court again on the 13th. That's Thursday. That's for Thursday, yeah. And they know I getting ready to get out, and they hit me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Why is he even telling Lamont, I got to tell my attorney to stop talking to? I mean, he didn't get Roberto until April of 24, so he still had Crail. At this point, he was talking to them because Crail was just in court for Nesto on June 28th, 2023, and Kevin Majeski was there. So that's actually not accurate. Crail was still in the midst. That was the one where Crail showed up to the hearing and he said that he had grooming parlors instead of barbershops or men's whatever. He said he had grooming parlors, which was weird. So yeah, Crail Lewis was still the attorney of record at that moment. Hey Dennis, how are you? Happy holidays. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. You notice how all the people want to know if Shirley is going to help. They figure she has more money than him. Well, I think they also figure that's his wife. I mean, don't most wives get their husbands out of jail if you had that situation? I just think that the assumption is that the wife was going to come through, but wife was done. Wife was tired, and wife heard probably one too many stories about him out here doing the wrong thing. Let me see so I can show you guys, because maybe has everyone seen June 28th, 2023? Kevin Majeski do the SmackDown. Let's see if it's in here. This cannot be my watch later. Oh, I was about to say, I was like, well, whose watch later is this? I know I didn't tag that. Okay. Let's see. Well, let me let this play while I'm looking.
Last Thursday. So I couldn't get out. postpone me again. And I see what they're doing. They're building a lie and making people lie so it could be a case that they don't even have. You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I realized that yesterday for real when they did that. I said, man, I'm good. So I called you because I was excited. I knew they ain't had nothing. They just had to build some bullshit up. So I'm not worried about that. And I'm not talking on the telephone, talking about shit. I ain't doing none of that. That's some shit that they tried to put on me when I first got locked up. You know what I'm saying? The conversation when I first got locked up. We're talking about a year ago. Not going throughout the year. So that was a bullshit. So we everybody figured that out. But Shirley don't know that. She don't know none of that. She just go about what she know how that green shit. She don't know. I mean, whatever somebody said, she gonna roll with it. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so I did talk to her a month ago. We had a good little small conversation. I told her she want to move on to go. She got hollering and screaming, talking about ain't nobody gonna pressure her doing nothing. So we got back cool. 2 weeks later, shit blowed up again.
Well, that's willing to be expected because they don't have that guidance. They're missing. Look at it like this right here. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have nowhere and nobody in your corner to put your talent where it need to be, so you can shine, that's not. You put the talent where it need to be.
Right.
So without you there, the talent is just talent. It's just there. So,
It's like, sir, what are you talking about? You need to be quiet.
So you have to look at it from that standpoint. So I wouldn't get, but it's two sides to that coin. I wouldn't get mad at her because she's a woman first, emotional, and then she almost 100. She's 70 years old.
Why did they call her almost? Why did he say she's almost 100? I mean, damn it. I was so taken aback by him saying that. She's almost 100. I mean, she's not even 85. She's 70 and probably in better physical shape. I'm not even just probably is in really excellent condition. Lamont is overweight. He's got a whole situation going on. Nesto is locked up with all kinds of shaking and shocking ankles and knees. Been locked up for 2.5 years. I'm sure Shirley is eating very well, adhering to, however she wants to eat. And like what? What in the world? That just doesn't even make any sense. But girl, let me see what you guys are saying. Hold on.
You're right. You said it.
Hold on. I was looking in the archive real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to find that. Girl, that was some nasty work. Lamont should be ashamed of himself. For shame. She's almost 100. That's like saying that's 30 years. 30 years is a long time. What you talking about? She's almost 100. Nesto's right behind her. If she's almost 100, Nesto's almost 90. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. What the hell does that mean? That was weird, but whatever. She, on top of everything, guess what? She's free. Okay? She's not in jail.
So you got to know what you're dealing with. You can't, if you don't know your audience, then you don't know how to move.
Right. But
so you already know what her audience is. Fat baby, because Fat Baby needs somewhere to live. So she got to keep her happy.
Yeah.
She got the hee ha ha and all that there because she ain't got nowhere to go. Her man done put her out.
That's right. But I told her, ain't nothing I'm mad about her with. Nothing, bro. She's talking about me 1,000%. I can't get mad. I ain't got nothing to be mad at her for.
One? Hold on, let me find it.
I tell anybody that. So I'm past that shit. But I'm like I said, I just want them to enjoy their grandkids.
Okay, guys, I found it. Let me show you. So Crail was, where was Crail? Why can't I see Crail? Crail, and this was just the worst. This is the all-time worst bail hearing of all time. If you've never seen this, this is a mess. Crail wasn't worth a penny, but not my problem. Let me see. Let me. Okay. Have y'all? Okay. Have y'all seen this? This was actually, so he's talking about the last time he went to court. The last time he had gone to court and he got those new charges, with the CP charges, you're going to hear Judge Manning say, well, it has to do with nudity. And she was going to read the charges. And she says, I can waive reading the charges if you want me to. And Crail said, well, it doesn't really make a difference. So Crail was still in the mist. This bail hearing is horrible. Didn't Crail call Nesto? Girl, it was a mess. Let's just entertain it for a moment. I don't think it's very long. Let's entertain it and we'll move on. Okay. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. Okay. Nesto, Crail is getting ready to click in.
You're right, Ernest Williams. Don't let that lady back in. Ernest Williams, wave your hand.
I heard you, judges.
All right, here we go. It's position. It's those 4 cases I think for Mr. Williams. Position 2 is 22 CP 210 500 355 days without indictment. There's a $15,000 bond.
So you heard her say 355 days without indictment. So what is that? That it's coming up on 1 whole year that he was in jail. 355 without indictment because he was arrested on what? July 7, 22. It is now June 26, 23. 355 days without indictment at this moment. Okay, Crail Lewis is right here under Judge Manning. Let's go.
As of 10/31/22 for step by deception. Let's see, 22 CP 211078, Ernest Williams, 355 days without indictment, $75,000 good bond as of December the 31st, 2022, with 3 counts of conspiracy to commit a felony. Position 4 is 22 CP 212559, 355 days without indictment with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts of conspiracy to commit a felony. And there is a $20,000 split bond as of 10/17/2022. Position 5, 355 days without indictment, 23 CP 215407. I'm assuming you want me to waive, Mr. Lewis?
Sure.
All right. I can say it if you want me to, or do you want me to waive?
I don't think Miss Williams cares. Well, yeah. Wait, Judge.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 other felonies on there that have to do with the nudity, let's say. No bond as of January the 13th, 2023.
So the ones she said the 5 are dealing with nudity are the sexual assault, the grape, trafficking, that whole thing. That's that. She just read out 2 other cases, one with 5 felonies, one with 3 felonies. Then she just read, right now it's racked up to 13 felonies. And then now she's got this.
In regards to Mr. Williams, still other open cases, 22 SC 18443, theft by taking, theft by deception, 22 SC 184-402, theft of services, deposit account fraud. Both of those are assigned to Judge Edwards. Nothing further.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
All right, Judge. You mentioned all the days on Mr. Williams. So I don't find it to be a good use of anybody's time to go back through all of that. I believe Mr. Williams, my client, is now 59 years old. When I believe when this case first began, he was 58 years of age. Judge, he was born in Augusta, Georgia. He has lived in the Atlanta area since 1990.
Do you imagine sitting in jail for almost a whole year at this point, and your lawyer says, I don't want to waste anybody's time bringing up some, Not that he needed to, but damn it, the man's been sitting for a year and you got paid top dollar. You're in front of the judge and you don't bring up and try to argue anything. And I mean, Krill was horrible. He really was. But I don't see how he needed to be motivated anyway. But Krill was awful.
Before, from 2015 to 2019, he lived in California. He got married in 2015, Judge.
Thank you for confirming the
He is
California
the
crimes.
father of 6 kids.
Yeah,
and
Majestic
4
is getting ready
grandchildren.
to
Some of them
smack him down.
in the state of Georgia. His oldest granddaughter is a student at Georgia State University.
What's that got to do with him?
Judge, he has owned grooming parlors, some barbershops, both in Peachtree and Far Road, as well as in Sandy Springs. He sold some businesses, some land to the city of Atlanta in 2016 from those first sets of business. In 2021, he opened a new location, Nesto's Grooming, which 2 doors down from the old location. That business has been dissolved partially because of what is going on today with him sitting in. So in other words, he's losing money from his businesses from being in here. And that has been testified also to by one of the law enforcement officers from Roswell. He had owned an unarmed security service, Nesto's Elite Security Company, where he had a number of 1099 persons working for him.
This is my thing. You don't want to waste time talking about the other cases and getting the man bail, but you want to sit and run through his whole entire biography, which by going through his biography, also kind of based on that indictment, I mean, confirming that he lived in California, all of those things, it just wasn't really necessary. Like,
Judge, my client has a number of felonies in his past. Those felonies go all the way back to the 80s. He's got a couple. He's got one in 2008.
This is a nightmare.
It is a merger, meaning when they're doing the sentence on one, they're doing the sentence on the other, and there is a deal, and my client decides to take the deal. His wife resides in Buckhead. And you will see, and I think that is the Buckhead community. She doesn't say Buckhead on her affidavit, but she does reside in Fulton County and in Buckhead. Judge, his history, there's nothing in the last 10 years.
Not according to Will Wooten.
He's never been in one of these cases accused him of attempting to pass somebody off as a lawyer. His co-defendant in that case has a consent signature bond that has been signed off on. I believe Mr. Majeski can tell you more about that when he's to it. He has never himself been involved or accused or convicted of anything that involves a person passing themselves off as a lawyer or impersonating anybody ever in life. This last case that came about involves, if my understanding is correct, and I don't know because I haven't received discovery on it since it hasn't been indicted, a single photograph that was found on a computer that the prosecution, well, not even the prosecution at this point, I guess it's still the police because it's not indicted or accused, claimed was my client's and that he was in possession of either the computer or the photograph that's on there. My client has never been accused of anything involving nudity or anything else with children. He has been convicted of things like armed robbery in his past.
he says he's never been accused of anything involving nudity or children, but okay, just because he hasn't been accused doesn't mean he hadn't have done it. I mean, I don't know. Look at Krell's face, y'all. Look at Krell. Ah!
That occurred in Cobb County. I believe he was sentenced to 5 years back then on that. Bank fraud when he came to pick up a check that they said was cleared, and he was arrested on the scene. That's his federal case. So that's the kind of stuff my client has been convicted of in his past. And so far, nothing else has happened on these cases. The oldest you've quoted the dates on, the youngest you've quoted the dates on, all of those dates are beyond the 90 days, some of them beyond 180 days. So what I'm asking for, Judge, is on every last one of these cases, if and where you can, that you enter in a unsecured judicial release that mirrors his co-defendant on one case that she has with him that was consented to, and on another case where there's 14 counts where she engages or is alleged to have engaged in similar behavior as to what she is accused of in this case. On the rest of them, Judge, I'm asking for a UJR, but in no instance of an amount of a bond greater than $5,000 per count. On one of the bonds, I believe that you signed, Judge, you tell him he can't be with his wife. I'm going to ask that you.
Is that Melody Scretchen?
No, it's the other lady, the SS lady.
Oh, Strawberry.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, let him be with his wife before we end up having a divorce matter in Fulton County.
Well,
Judge,
that didn't age well.
He can't reside. I have an affidavit.
That divorce went ahead and came through.
Is a person of some public notoriety. She's given me the affidavit, Judge. I did not file it.
Houston Foodie, we could have done better than that, right, girl?
She likes to kind of remain private where she can and when she can. And so she asked that you take the necessary measures. If you want that filed in the court, we can do that. We can publish it directly to you right now so that her address doesn't become common knowledge for her public. Although she loves her public to death, she wants some privacy occasionally as well. And so that's what we're asking for, Judge. I believe that's the sum total of it. I'm sorry. There are two other matters that my client has.
My God.
History that I've been told of, but I haven't been provided with anything on. I understand that he has a warrant for a misdemeanor.
Hey, Glorious. Hey, Patty. Hey, everybody.
Henry County that's still awaiting. And I've been told that there's a matter in California that the California doesn't want to extradite. I can't provide you. I wish I could give you more on that, but I can't. I don't have.
You know what? Let me stop you right here before Majeski does the smackdown. He basically detailed Wooten's indictment. Once the RICO came through, almost everything that Krell mentioned about what Nesto had going on and where he'd been and all of the things. It's funny. Well, it's not funny because that's what the record is and that's what it showed and that's what the pending charges. So, I mean, it's all there.
And I thank you for hearing me.
All right. Ms. Patton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on. This will be Kevin Majeski for the state judge, and this will also be ADA Lisa Taylor. I wish I could be quick on this one, Judge. This is an extremely...
So Ms. Patton right there, I think, was possibly going to talk about the essay charges. And Majeski over here was from white collar crimes. So Patton was more than likely from special victims or sex crimes, which I think is the same thing. There's a specific unit that handles that. And then Majeski was from white collar crimes. And so he's getting ready to go in. Let's hear what Kevin Majeski has to say. He actually works I don't know if he's still there or not. According to his LinkedIn, it hasn't been updated to anything other than Fulton County District Attorney's Office. So my assumption he's still there, but the case may have just been passed off to Wooten and maybe he's working on something else.
The dangerous person we're dealing with here. And there's going to be
Wait, he said he was dangerous.
judge, and this
Okay,
will
Your Honor.
hold on. This will be Kevin Majeski for the state judge, and this will
Okay,
also
go ahead.
be ADA Lisa Taylor. I wish I could be quick on this one, Judge. This is an extremely dangerous person we're dealing with here. And there's going to be numerous upcoming warrants coming in this case. I believe Roswell told us today when we checked for an update. Before the 13th, there's going to be about 15 plus more warrants coming his direction, serious felonies in there, for sure. The reason it was the 13th was so particular is because the last time that these particular cases were heard was in the month of January by Judge Belinda Edwards. She actually heard all the CP cases and she also heard all the SC cases. Then she entered a ruling on one of the SC cases on the record and for whatever reason didn't put anything else on the record for the other ones. But Mr. Lewis and I had about, I think it was a 2.5 hour bond motion on that particular one that day. This will be considerably shorter. Yes. But Judge Edwards heard them back then. And if you note the bond order that she did file in, I believe was on 22 SC 184403, she denied bond in that case and left the no bond in 22 SC 184402, noting that he was an extreme likelihood to commit additional felonies. Going back to his history, Judge, of course, as Mr. Lewis correctly stated, starts in the 80s. He has a laundry list of crimes of moral turpitude that he's committed, multiple armed robberies. There was the one in Cobb, but he also committed another one in Douglas County as well. Got 10 years of custody for that, a short custody time in the first one, 10 years in the next one. Then, of course, false statements, multiple FTAs, probation violations, and the bank fraud, which he actually did get federal time for as well. So it was a little bit more complicated than it was held out to be today. He's an AMC recidivist. To address Mr. Lewis's statements that he made about the California cases, it's true, he does actually have 2 warrants for his arrest out of California. Those are, as Mr. Lewis said, non-extradition warrants that he has present in both those cases. And we have the reports and the warrants in those cases in our file. They have to deal, both of those cases have to do with transporting stolen cars back here to Atlanta, actually, is what it says in both of those reports. One of them was out of LA County and one of them was out of Orange County, I believe. And then, of course, there is the case that the other county in Georgia has the hold on him for as well, Judge. When it comes down to these particular cases, I will note for the court that he does, I believe it's on case number 22 CP 212559. That case became kind of like an amalgamation of a few cases when it got entered in the clerk's office. I believe there's 3 charges on there that have no bond currently. We did address that in front of Judge Edwards, as Mr. Lewis could tell you as well, last time we were there, and I agreed with him. He was entitled to a bond then, still is now. And I had proposed, when Mr. Lewis and I had talked, a bond of $25,000 per on those particular charges. Reason I proposed that particular bond.
So he said that he'd spoken to Mr. Lewis. So when Nesto's like, he didn't ever talk to nobody, he didn't ever do nothing. We don't, I mean, he could have talked to Mr. Majeski 5 minutes before they went in, but Mr. Majeski said that the ones he didn't have bond on, he was due for a bond. They agreed. So that could have been like, I guess, a consent bond. But I don't know that I don't know why it was never put in or never entered. Because it always seemed like whenever he got a bond, he still always had something that didn't have a bond. Now he has bonds, I think, on everything, but it's over $2 million. So he's not like he's not getting out anyway, right? All right, let's get back to it.
It's because that particular bond mirrored what he had in the other case, which was $25,000 good as well. Judge, we consider this person to be a flight risk. We have jail calls where he's talking about going to see his girlfriend in Florida. multiple times actually. We have a call where he was talking with his wife about going to stay in her boss's house. I'm going to leave out all the names here, as Mr. Lewis did as well, about her boss's house in Abu Dhabi, which is, of course, quite far away from here, quite far removed from any court's jurisdiction here. And just the general scheme that's been going on here. Judge, when we were last in front of Judge Edwards, she put us on the clock, said, you guys got to get this done. You guys got to get this investigation done. We've been working with Roswell off and on, talking to them to see where their investigation is. It's on schedule. It will be done by the 13th. He'll be served with, like I said, 15 plus new warrants, some of which are very serious, that this court, just to put it out there, that this court may not even be able to consider, unfortunately. It would have to be considered by a sitting elected Superior Court judge. And for that reason, I would have to recommend the $25,000 per on the 22 CP 212559. I believe that the other ADA Taylor, has something to say about 23 CP 2154.
In response to your question, did he ever get pulled over in a washed car? Not that I know of. The cars that he and Shirley were driving, for the most part, were clean. However, it was later found out that the G-Wagon that he purchased for her in June. So you remember the whole thing with Gail Bickham and all the money that had transacted with these motor coaches, and he was supposed to buy her a motor coach and all of these things. She sold her Mercedes X, Y, and Z. And then they said at the end of the warrant, we can reread it again sometime soon because court's coming up again in like 3 weeks, that he purchased a G-Wagon. That G-Wagon, fast forward, I got a updated copy of the warrant maybe 2 months ago. I feel like I bubbled it up again. It's in members. If you're in members, the person who asked that question, it's in members. The warrant where it references Shirley's G-Wagon that was seized, that the VIN number had been illegally changed, and they referenced the VIN number that was on there and the VIN number it was changed to. So to answer your question, no, but yes. You know what I mean? Because the G-Wagon was seized and the G-Wagon had phony VIN on it. So that was a later development that came up and out. So let's let him finish and then we'll get back to this Lamont call.
407 and the state's recommendation for bond in that particular matter, Judge.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Taylor.
Good evening, Your Honor. Yes, as Mr. Majeski has stated, he's considered dangerous. There are several pending warrants that will be coming out that, based on their content alone, there's a great likelihood that he's someone who commit further felonies. Furthermore, without mentioning the facts of the case in front of us, children were involved. The state is requesting a bond, knowing that he has to have a bond because it's been well over 200 days, a bond of $200,000 per count, giving us a grand total of $800,000 bond for the case involving the exploitation. There are 4 separate counts there. As standard, I would also request that there be an ankle monitor placed on Mr. Williams, as well as that he surrender his passport, not leave Fulton County, have no internet access at all, and no contact with any minors or animals. But again, he's met all the Ayala factors. He's a flight risk, as evidenced by phone calls that we've heard.
Okay. All right.
Judge, just one more thing. If the court is inclined to grant a bond on this, which would see him released, the state does have a number of people we would be requesting no contact with as well.
All right.
Before, I'm sorry, Mr. Majeski, finish up.
Oh, no problem. Melody Scretchen.
Okay.
The teacher.
Gail Bickham.
The real estate agent.
Alasia Alexander.
Dominique.
Leilani Thwaites, that's THW. Miles Williams,
The daughter.
Lakeisha Williams,
The daughter.
Brianna Jordan,
The registered agent of Nesto's private
Deborah
security.
Johnson,
Deborah Johnson.
Sheridan Strawberry,
One of the owners of a
and her
Harley,
kids,
I think.
Olivia Washington,
A Harley. One of the owners of the Harley.
and Erica King,
And we know who Erica King is.
or Erica Hughley.
Yes.
That was the person Mr. Lewis was referring to earlier, who is her co-defendant in this particular matter, Judge. And yes, the court did, as he noted, we did enter into a consent bond with her. That was for reasons, of course, that we're not discussing here in court today.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Lewis?
Yes, Judge, one other thing, and I would, so the other thing that I've got, Judge, is although Mr. Majeski speaks of these things, and so does Ms. Taylor, there was no evidence offered.
There was no
any of
evidence.
these things that are now being alluded to during that hearing that lasted for 2.5 hours. None of it. There was, and I permitted it, Judge, during the closing argument of the state, I permitted them to talk. I didn't object to any of it. Where promises were made about upcoming charges upcoming to Judge Edwards. And we have made it from January 31st all the way now to June the 26th. And we're told that in the future, something will be coming.
In the future.
I'm asking this court to give the future no credit whatsoever. Because we had a whole bunch of future between January 31st
no refunds
and June the 30th. And if we keep on giving the future credit where things don't show up, we'll have a person sitting in jail who hasn't, not the issue of not being convicted, but not even accused and being held. And so I'm going to ask the court, reiterate my request to you before, UJR, no more than 5,000 counting everything. And I did not hear Ms. Taylor tell us whether that was more than one picture in those 5 counts or not, but I thought it was one picture, or at least I believe that's what Mr. Majeski told me, but it's been so long ago since he talked about that. I can't rightfully remember right now. Thank you.
It's 4.
Your
I
Honor.
can no, it's 4.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Clark. I mean, Ms.
Yeah,
Taylor, sorry.
Mr. Majeski addressed it. There were numerous images. Actually,
There were numerous
and
images.
as a matter of fact,
Look at
the reason the case is still ongoing. The investigation.
so everybody in blue is over there at Rice Street. Okay. If you're Fulton County and you're in Cobb, you're over there in Orange. All these people are sitting up there in Rice Street like, well, damn.
Is ongoing. Several more witnesses have come forward between January and now. They're still coming forward. We're trying to have a thorough investigation before we just indict. We can't just.
I got you. All right. 5 South, booth 1. Head up. Everybody sit up straight. Sit up straight. Trust me, I'm tired too, but I've been working all day. Sit up straight. There you go. All right. Position 2, ending in 0500. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. You must surrender your passport to Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis will put it in his safe that he has with all his money locked up in. Cannot leave Fulton County, cannot leave the state of Georgia. Stay away from 7100 Suttles Drive. No drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. You're going to have a 24-hour curfew with an ankle monitor paid for by the county. You can leave for court, medical, employment, attorney's visits, and job, as long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, schedule, the exact location it'll need to be working. It'll obviously need to be in Fulton County. No further contact with Melody Scretchen, SCRETCHEN. If I got all that right on that one, that'll be a $5,000 good bond. Position 3, ending in 1078. 5,000 each count. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no further contact with Erica Hughley, Shirley Strawberry, Brandon.
Notice she keeps saying Shirley, but
Alana Alexandra, you said? Layla, oh gosh, you got to go, Mila Williams.
Judge and Deputy Clerk, I think it was Hunter,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
requested that I send her all the names. I'm going to be doing that as soon as you.
All right, good. You rattled those off. So those names: cannot leave Georgia, cannot leave Fulton County, must surrender your passport to Mr. Lewis. Like I said, he'll stick it away where he's got all his money. All right,
Judge, clear it up for me, please. You mentioned Shirley Strawberry. You did not mean to mention Shirley Strawberry. Is that correct?
Sheridan.
Sheridan. Okay, yes.
Sheridan. Sorry, Sheridan.
Okay.
So Sheridan Strawberry, Sheridan. I apologize. I've marked through that. That's why I guess I'm
okay.
All right. You got the ankle monitor paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical visits, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, schedule, the exact location you'll be working. And you can just lift all those on that one, Ms. Hunter. Position 4, ending in 2559. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. You have ankle monitor paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, schedule, the exact location you'll be working. No further contact with your co-defendant, Erica Hughley. And here I've got Sheridan Strawberry and Amanda Johnson. No further contact with them. 5,000 on each count. Position 5, 5407. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. You're gonna have an ankle monitor paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, schedule, the exact location you'll be working. Yep, can't leave Fulton
He
County.
can't get a job with all that.
Turn over your passport to Mr. Lewis. No
He
further
can't
contact
pass
with anyone under the age of
LexisNexis.
18. No social,
He can't
no
get a
social
job
media,
at
no
Walmart.
internet access. Miss surrender your passport, like I said, and you cannot leave Fulton County. 200,000 on each count. Best of luck to you, sir.
Judge, are you appending that language to if in fact he's got that hold?
So we can see the
Henry
shackle
County that the ankle monitor gets fitted upon
the shackle
return?
shuffle.
Yeah, if he'll have 48 hours to have the ankle monitor placed on his ankle if there's a Henry County.
Right. Okay.
I think I covered everything, right?
You covered enough. That's enough for today, Judge. You got that.
Contact with any animals.
No animals, Nesto.
Okay.
No animals of any kind, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you much, Mr. Lewis. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth.
And
Sir, you're not
would you like
getting
me to
out.
copy you on that list of names as well?
Sure,
Sir,
that'd
you're
be
not.
good.
Sir, you're not
You do
getting
that.
out.
Thanks.
I know. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Taylor.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Tyrone Morrow. Excuse me.
Mr. Williams, you can leave the
Thank you.
booth.
All right, this is position 22. 22 CP 208581. 427 days without indictment.
Oh
141,000.
man. Did it go somewhere else? They got him out the booth quick. They got him out they cut off the feed. Okay, the reason why we brought that up, guys, is because number one, this particular hearing was on the 26th of June, and it's relevant to the conversation with Nesto because Nesto was mad because he's still trying to get out. He just got the new CP charges. He had the SA. He had the CP from January, and now he's got the SA. Okay, and it was bad. So he was over there trying to get another lawyer, and he was trying to get Lamont sympathy, of which Lamont had zero. Okay. That's why we brought that back up, just as a reference, because it's like, oh, when I had court last week, he's talking about July 11, this would have been court, maybe I guess within the last 2 weeks, right? Okay, so hopefully you found that helpful for any of you who never saw that, and or a good refresher, because I'll tell you, a year ago, seeing that, I didn't know what they were talking about. Now I know exactly what they're talking about. But a year ago, it was like, what? And it happened so fast. And over time, now we know exactly what they're talking about. And if you don't, just hit my playlist. And I have most of these hearings in there. Most of the hearings that he refers to, I have most of the hearings, where we discuss them, right? The outcomes.
Yeah, do what they got to do. They got probably a couple years, 10 years, whatever they got to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get in the way of that. Right now, I got to fight for my goddamn freedom.
Man, you fighting for your life.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but fuck them grandkids.
Yeah.
Let them go be with their daddy and mamas and hood. Them ain't none of your children.
There you go.
Hey, you fighting for your life, nigga. You better goddamn know it.
That's right.
This ain't no goddamn joke, nigga. This shit for real. These motherfucking crackers is trying to go in on you. You better focus on you and you only. Fuck everybody and everything else and use all your skill sets to goddamn position yourself.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that right now.
And you're doing the right thing. Keep doing it. Stay focused.
Yeah.
Stay focused. That's all you can do. Them motherfuckers trying to take you down.
Yeah, they are. For what reason? I have no clue, bro.
And don't give a fuck. It don't matter the reason. Who gives a fuck what's being done? Right now you fighting for your freedom and you need to concentrate and focus on that. And let grown people do what grown people do.
Grown people do. That's right. That's right.
When you get out, then you can address all that later. But right now, I wouldn't be worried about that. I'll be focusing on one thing: make sure my lawyer paid, my defense is together, make sure I can keep me a few phone calls here and there to keep my mind good conversations, meaning talking to my little buddies or whatever.
Right.
Not nothing too this like mentally overwhelming for you. That's why when I'm on the phone with you, I be talking about shit that I'm going through. Too much fried chicken, this shit is, just off the. But little buddy want to hang up on me every time I get to talk about. But It's all good because everybody play their position.
Right. That's right. That's right.
She don't know my position. She don't know what me and you talking about. So she a little lost. She just want to hold you to herself. No, you can't talk to nobody else. No.
Right. And I get that.
I get it. It's all good. Hold it. You doing something that I can't do, and I ain't in a position to do it. So
I think by this point, Shirley's suspicions had been, she'd had an opportunity to fact check, or she got confirmation, because yes, whenever that affidavit was signed, and by the time it was put to use, I don't think she felt the way. I don't think she no longer had those sentiments regarding if he were to get out, and what if her monies would even be available to help him and or residents, any of that. So yeah, that was a wrap. By this time last, it was a wrap. We already knew, but he had just done too much. Even if he had never talked to Sonia on the phone, I think a year in jail and things are still not resolved. You've put a lot of coin to it. And at her age, her tolerance to want to sit around and wait for someone who has been in trouble consistently the entirety of the marriage, I wouldn't want him either. Let's just take Sonia out of the equation. And let's just say what we know about Sonia never actually happened, or like it just didn't exist, like in the story that we know. Your husband being away for a year, the matter is still not resolved. The allegations include a lot of women, include money. We've been in financial turmoil since we've been married. I mean, just a mess that probably, maybe when she sits and thinks, probably has time to sit and really realize, what, maybe she missed his company or whatever the case might be, but maybe realize, what, I'm better off without him. So it's okay for me to move on. I mean, we don't really know what tipped her over the iceberg to finally get up, and file for divorce and all of those things, on top of being implicated in things and being on the witness list. And just, I mean, it's like, and the list goes on and on. It's just a mess.
You are doing it for me.
That's true.
I'm telling Dion, hey, listen, man, stop that shit. At the end of the day, that's your daddy. And at the end of the day, Respect is what it's all about. So stop trying to tell a grown ass man about what he should do, and he got more experience than you. All you need to do is just be there physically, mentally, and go find some motherfucking money.
That's
If
it.
you claim you got all this goddamn money and you got all this going for yourself, why in the fuck now is when you need it? Where's that?
There you go. That is not when you need it. That's
So I don't do all that. All y'all flexing all online, showing your money and all your other stuff. But when it comes down to it, where is the money? Motherfuckers ain't trying to help.
No, they ain't. They ain't. I don't really talk to them like that no more because this shit is fucking discouraging. Straight up. I'm just being honest.
Right.
Love them there, but hey, man, you know where I'm at.
And if that's how you feel, if you feel like it's discouraging to you and it bothers you, then hey, listen, stay away from it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to come up there to the facility, and then you can put a card in the machine, and that'll put money directly on your books, won't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come up there to the facility and put the money directly on your books from the card, and that'll give you a little something.
Yeah, I think Lamont didn't want to be traced. I mean, even though Lamont never came up there, I don't think he wanted to be traced. I really don't. I don't. I mean, just say, look, man. Um, he never even gave Black Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the stickers, guys. Thank you so much. I don't know. Either he was being cheap, and on top of being cheap, he didn't want to be traced. I don't get it. Why bother to say you're going to come drop money off? I mean, you're going to put money directly to his book, so you don't want to help him pay for a lawyer. So maybe you want to drop off $50 instead of $300. I don't get it. He can't pay the man out his books. So what does that mean? You're not helping with the lawyer, right?
And then when I get a little some more, then I'll put a little bit some more on there for you as well.
Okay,
but I'll be done made it up. I'm not there today, but tomorrow I'll be done made it back to the city, and I'll make sure that I have it on there by tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the machine and take it off the machine.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can do that.
I was trying to think. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna take it and put it on the machine, and then that way you'll have some change on there.
Okay, but you ain't got to see nobody. It ain't like that. You ain't got to worry about shit like that. Ain't nothing like that.
Huh?
You don't have to worry about nothing. Just a machine. You put the machine. That's it. You don't have to.
Yeah, like I did last time. That's how you got the money last time. I ain't got time to be going through nobody asking me to do stuff. Because here's the problem. I don't need nobody all in your business, first of all. And second of all, at this point, everybody and their brother is talking about this shit. This shit is like the newest thing on gossip right now when it comes to niggas. White people don't give a fuck about it, but the niggas, they just all in it.
They all in. It's the newest. It's the hottest thing. And I thought about that shit too. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. That's the newest shit. Well,
it's the newest shit. You can't get mad at them. It is what it is.
I can't.
That's what's relevant right now. And I tried to explain it to her. She don't consider herself to be a star or entertainer. She told me she regular, so she don't even have a real clue on what the fuck going on.
My folks said it.
She said, I'm regular. Yeah, she said, I'm regular. I don't know why they so concerned about me and what I got going on.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, regular is right. But at the end of the day, everybody loves to drag a side chick. I mean, she showed up as a side chick. Look, Lamont, Sonia, you're a side chick. People are going to drag a side chick, okay? Nobody cared that it was you. It was the side chickery of it all. That goes back to the Middle Ages. If you got caught side chickery, you got caught with someone else's husband, they're gonna put a letter A for adulteress on your clothing. They might take you to town square in a horse and buggy and ridicule you against all of your neighbors and all of the people. So this is what's been done for hundreds and hundreds of years. Nobody cares. It could have been Quisha, it could have been Tracy, it could have been Donna, it could have been anybody. Okay. it would have still been the same conversation. Any side chick, side hen, adulterous girlfriend for a man who's got not one but two wives currently. Well, not currently, but at that moment had two. Sis, it wasn't personal. It was the side chickery of it all. Okay. Don't get beside yourself, Sonia, thinking it's because you were cute. It was the side chick slur story that we were interested in. Okay.
She was like, I'm not, what she trying to say, I'm not a superstar. So why is it that they really
It was the side chickery.
I'm like, you might not be a superstar to yourself, but to people that listen to you every day, you're a superstar to them.
You're a superstar.
Lamont, you sound dumb.
You sure are. Let me call him right fast. You got some right with?
Yeah, what's the number? All right, hold on.
Yeah. Hello?
His mailbox full. His phone going to voicemail.
Is it? Okay. All right. Okay.
Let me try it back again.
You there? Hello?
Mailbox that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
Yeah.
What's that number I gave you, Ken? You remember? That's it. That don't make sense. You might. What time is it? About 2 o'clock. You might be in court.
Yeah, he might be.
If it's off, might be. That don't make sense. Okay. All right. So, wow. Yeah. Okay. So you ain't talked to her no time soon.
Cause I ain't been in the city, but when I get up there, I'm gonna call her and see how she's going. I check on the area of the week.
Oh, okay. She do respond back, don't she?
Yeah. She responds. Yeah, she got respect for me.
Yeah, she do. Absolutely. I know that for sure. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she got respect for me. This is how I handle myself or how I carry myself or something.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know that for sure.
Lamont's stupid.
I said, damn, you call and check on it? Man, I just ain't feel like talking about that shit. Man, that shit, that ain't got nothing to do with what you checking on somebody. You know?
Yeah, sometimes people be going through shit.
Yeah. I said, just a.
They just want to know that somebody cares.
I don't know why this keeps.
Yeah, that's all her main thing is. And you ride around in the truck and you paying no nothing insurance. And you at least call and check over, do a text or something.
Shit, what if she said? She'll be dead wrong if she go and get that truck and put it up.
Damn right. He ain't even thinking, man. He ain't thinking.
That's what I told her to do. I said, well, you probably need to go and put his truck up so that way when they get out, it won't be dogged out. It'll be in good condition.
Hey, them folks, what's going on?
When he got that way, he can, because he take care of his stuff. I said, now I don't know if Dion gonna take care of it the way he take care of it.
Nah, I don't know I don't know. He talking about some car wash shit, but nigga, I can't get a few dollars and you walk around with you trying to make a business out of something. A car wash, nigga, you ain't making no money. You ain't making no fucking money. A mobile car wash. Come on, man.
Nesto, that's your fault. You raised a bum. Okay? If Dion is a bum, that's your fault as a father. If you look back and you see your kids not doing what they should be doing, I mean, you got to take a little bit of credit for that. You're going to take some credit if they're doing well. If your kid is going to do an acceptance speech over at President's Club, you're going to be like, I did that. You know what I mean? We did this, we sacrificed that. If your kid is bumming, you got to like, what did you do? What did you not do? Everything is not your fault as a parent, but at the end of the day, Nesto can neither take, he can't take any positive credit because he wasn't even there.
shit way beneath
The
what
lady
the fuck you
probably
talking
did the
about.
best she could
But
do.
I
His
ain't got time
mother.
to think about that. I got to think about what the fuck I got going. I got to see this other lawyer.
Right now, you got to focus on.
Dion's free. That's yeah, but Dion also had some charges. But at the end of the day, he is free, and that's fine. But for Nesto to sit here and complain, what did you do for him to be successful? If you didn't do anything and it was all his mom, then you can't be complaining. She did the best she could.
Tell you, bro.
I got
Focus on getting you some money, getting your shit taken care of, and going from there, man. That's all you can do.
I don't give a damn about that shit. That shit old anyway. I'm not gonna play with so much more.
Right. The nerve to complain where he's got child abandonment. If you have child abandonment, that means that you did not pay your share. You left the household. You were not handling your financial responsibilities as a parent. So he has no room to talk about Dion's, what Dion has in his pocket or not, because he didn't give him, he wasn't there for him like he should have been. Now Dion's responsible for himself at this point, but damn it.
Keep fucking fighting. So, but
Nestor
Don't
needs to be
stop.
quiet.
You want to give up shit. I want to give up all the time. Every day I want to give up.
We don't know what Dion's doing. I'm gonna be honest. I can't even say that. I don't know what Dion's doing, but he's not in jail. So
always
yeah.
a ram in the bush.
Well, I'll give him
push you on
that.
through.
He's free.
it sure do.
It's a ram in the bush.
So why you say you
Huh?
give up sometimes? Why do you feel like that?
Shit be so goddamn hard. You feel like the world against you, and you just get so goddamn frustrated.
Nestor wouldn't give him a
'cause it's
dime.
like you
Okay.
speaking out, but ain't nobody hearing you. They listening, but they ain't hearing. And they like looking at you, and you saying to yourself, "Am I the only person to see that this shit is really like this? It couldn't be." They're constantly on everybody.
There's a reason why none of those kids have come to see this man, and he is in town. There's a reason.
Like, just she ain't.
One of his kids was at the jail and still didn't go see him.
He ain't never had to go through nothing like this before.
Right.
So you know you got all them celebrities and all these other people that are influencers that's trying to influence her. But this is what you have to remember: they ain't like you from the beginning. So it ain't like they're gonna like you now. This is just more ammunition for them not like you.
Right. This is true.
But this is how I think God gonna work it. After they say you're not guilty, then you can make your own public service announcement.
Right. And that's what
you can do your own public service announcement. That's when everything they ain't gonna want to hear all that. That's when everything gonna come back.
Okay.
So you gonna be able to stand back. Just stand down, stay focused, and keep moving, and it'll work itself out.
Yeah, I'm good.
He never answered him about the $300. He just asked him a fadeaway question about, can I come put money on your books at the school, at college? Can I come put some money on your books and I'll come up there to the kiosk and put money? He's not going to pay for the lawyer. I think Nestor was trying to get him on the phone with the lawyer so he could try to finesse Lamont paying the $300 fee, but
and I definitely know that for a fact.
I think didn't Sonya end up giving it to him?
Sometime away today, and I'm already good. I see my plan. I see God what He got doing. Sometimes I give up. Ain't no lie to you, bro. Shit get rough and hitting you.
Shit, we all do. We all give up, but we got to go back and fight. Cause you got to go back. You got to have. It ain't like you can get reboosted from the street. You can go out, get your bitch, run around, have a good time, laugh, joke. Like your shit is isolated. So your reboosting come from talking on the phone to your friends, people that care about you and love you, and they want to see you out of there and want to see you. So they fighting for you.
Right. That's true. That's true. Well,
you got to be with people that's gonna fight for you, because everybody ain't gonna fight. They gonna do a lot of talking, but they ain't gonna fight though.
They ain't no fight. Now they worry about what they got going on. whatever they got going on, it just still ain't adding up to nothing to me. But that's them. They ain't got nothing to do with me. So.
Right.
All right. So
You
basically,
just got to stay focused and stay on your shit.
so basically, you're saying just go ahead. You just said best you can do for me. Just put something on the book tomorrow. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can put it on and put some on the books tomorrow for you. As soon as I get there, I'll be there. I think I get to Atlanta about 10:30. I can ride up there because that shit is a nice little ride up there. I ride up there.
Okay. All right.
So he said the best you can do for me is put some money on my books. I asked you for $300 to help me with a lawyer. You notice how he's not saying yes, he's not saying no. I mean, crazy. Yeah. He faked him
Okay.
out.
You can't just let me know because I be looking forward to it. Having I be just like I don't want to be called and be disappointed. No, I'm just being honest with you.
No, you ain't gonna be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you just called me. I told you to call me at 9:00, but I saw you was calling me then, so I figured you wanted some. So just luckily, I was able to pick up, and I had the card because it's on my phone. I had to get it off my phone.
I got you. Yeah.
I'm dodging that child support shit right now, so I ain't really got no account.
I got
a whole lot of shit.
But he's dodging child support right now. Okay. So he doesn't have any accounts to be garnished.
Through that, it don't matter. We still was able to get in contact with each other, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nesto, I cannot help you. I cannot help you. I'm not gonna help you.
But
that's what I look at. Don't look at the disappointment parts. Look at the blessing parts that you still was able to get the message across.
That's true. Okay. Well, if you can just call her when you get a chance and just tell her I love and everything. You just cannot.
You can call her yourself. You want me to call her for you?
No. I don't. Because I don't want to do all that. I don't say what I had to say. I said she had to say what she had to say. Right now, she got to let that shit. She got to calm all the way down. I mean, she got to calm. Oh, they're gonna take a month for birthday this month. So she got to, in her mind, I'm done. It's a bunch of I told you so's right now. So you get somebody that told you that shit had you fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Hello?
Right.
Yeah, so right.
I'm just thinking. It's gonna be all right. If that's your wife, you love her and you want to be with her, you're gonna be right there with her. Yeah, bro, what you going through? Bro, listen, let me tell you something. What you going through? I went through this shit about 15 years ago. What you going through right now? I went through it about 15 years ago. I went through it 15 years ago. I was married to a girl named Bobby and got locked up for domestic violence, and went through the same thing. And at that point, we had to make a decision whether we was gonna be together or we weren't. And it's funny because the way you are now is the way I was, but you stayed in jail longer than I did. I stayed in jail about 3 months, and it almost caused me to have a nervous breakdown. But they tried to give me 8 years because I was on probation at the time. They tried to give me. I had broke my probation by getting arrested. They tried to give me probation, but it was just the grace that kept me there.
Just say no, Lamont. Just say no. Can you just say no? Can you just say I'm not coming through? I'm not coming with the money. Like, can you just say I'm not coming to the kiosk? I'm not dropping off to your canteen. It's not going to be on your books. Yes, I'm your friend, but money and me and you do not mix. Can you just say can you just let it go? Nesto is about to have a damn fit, okay? He's counting on you to come through with the cash. Sonia has already talked shit about everybody. She peeped that you were not going to come through. You're trying to dodge child support. We heard you say. You trying to dodge child support. You don't have any accounts. You say you're going to come put some money up on the kiosk. We know you lying. It didn't happen. Okay. My God. Can you just say no? Like, look, I cannot. I'm going to take your calls because I want to talk to you, buddy. But as far as me, you, and money, no. No.
Okay, I got you.
And she like your old lady did you, she did me too. She told me, stop calling me, I don't want to talk to you no more. I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. Broke my heart. That's what really made me develop into the person I am. Broke me down. I said, we just got married. You gonna leave me like that?
I
Just
remember
went to the courthouse, she said.
I remember the picture she showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
said, you gonna break me down like she said, I can't deal with all this. It's too much for me. But
Why
now
did
I
they
said,
get
okay,
married? Why
okay.
do they want to get married? They can't. You know, to me, that it seems like
Because they don't get married. They get married for the wrong reason.
Right.
Everything is about a reason. They get married for the wrong reason. See, me, you, and maybe a few other people, we can handle certain things in the world. But everybody is not shaped, built, and designed to be able to handle everything in the world.
No, they're not.
You get what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
Everybody is not culturally designed to be able to handle these things. We understand how to add value to things. We could take something and make it into something, take nothing and make it into something, because we got the ability to add value in it, but everybody don't.
No, they don't. Not at all. Okay.
Everybody don't have that. That requires a very different type of talent that everybody don't have.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep a strong player, keep it real with you. Like I said, I go in and out, ain't no lie to you. I got once I figured out what was going on, I got a little relief. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what's really going on with that. And now I got this new attorney I'm working on because it just dropped in my lap. So, and he know the attorney that I'm dealing with now, so that's a plus. And I'll be all right. It gonna come. Just the money ain't there like I need right now.
Nesto's got tears rolling down his eyes.
Well, it will be.
He seems sad.
God is gonna bless you.
Yeah.
Just stay focused, stay humble, and it'll come.
Yeah, it is.
It might not see it. You're gonna have days when you're tired, and you're gonna have days when you're strong.
And
but you just keep it at a balance.
Boy, you ain't lying about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm in the free world, and I still have them same days, brother.
Same
You
day.
just have to just stay prayed up and just keep it going.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess that's just the way that we're designing. That's just the way we design. Yeah.
It was the way that it was designed, so we just gonna go with it and stay afloat and keep it going. I have it for you to you tomorrow, and call me. If you can call me back tonight, and if I don't hear from you, then tomorrow, make sure you call me around about the same time, and then we'll go from there. All right?
I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later. All right. Love you, bro. All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to
Baby,
like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Okay. My God, y'all. My God. Bumps. No, I'm just kidding. A mess, right? So yeah, poor. You know what? I don't feel. I don't feel poor Nesto. Like, I don't know. I feel nothing. The answer is no. All of that for no. Hey, can I get $300? Just be a man and say no. No, I can't do it, man. You know they got me damn on the books. You know they have me on the damn warrant. Stay focused. Stay prayed up. Stay waiting on me to come up there. Okay. I was married to a lady named Bobby. 15 years ago, I went through the same thing. Okay. Nobody is Dre hadn't been up there. Dre did not know at the beginning that these calls would be out, but nobody's coming up there. Nobody. No one's coming. His bestie, his brother, his son, the one son he deals with, the one daughter he deals with, the wife that he was dealing with at the time. Okay. A mess. Anyway, guys, if you're just now coming in, we looked at the hearing that set him off to. He was still mad. Bobby. Okay. I wanted to do something else too, but we're already at an hour and a half, and Nyla is going to be going live in probably about maybe 20, 30 minutes, and I'm going to meet y'all over there. If you were in her live earlier, she would have mentioned that she's going to be going live, I think at 9 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock her time, and I do have it set up on a redirect, so we'll get caught up the rest of the way tomorrow. I don't think on the late night tonight, but probably on the early morning tomorrow. So I will see you guys. Okay. If you sit tight, it will roll you right on over into the waiting room. The live is already put up. So if you are new here, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And hit the thumbs up. Likes do matter, and I appreciate that very much. I hope you guys had a good time. And if you don't know Nyla's channel, Nyla does commentary, reactions, reviews, all of the things. And this live is going to roll you right on over to my good sis's channel. Okay. And make sure to hit the notify me button. That way, as soon as she goes live, it will give you a personal notification if you are not yet subscribed, or even if you are subscribed. Hit that notify me, because that is important if you want to be notified, because sometimes you might be notified out. Sometimes if you've gone live or dropped too many videos, notifications just don't hit the same way. So when you go over there, if you want to be notified, make sure to hit the notify me button, and that helps a lot. Okay. Y'all have a good evening. I'm so glad you guys came through here today. This was fun, and I will see you guys next time. This live will roll right on over, so just sit tight.
But me, I get dogged out all the way around. Nastiness, though. I'm telling folks, man, I ain't dead, man, with these folks, man. Hold on, no.
What's your name, man, Sullivan? What's your name, man, Sullivan? You know what? You know what?
What?
It's funny that you said that. You just brought back some memories. So when you said that, when I told you, I think on a couple phone calls back, remember I told you, I said, you know what they call you right here? Yeah, you say what? And I said they call you nasty nestos, right? However I said it. So they don't took my voice.
I can speak to that. As to 23 CP 215407, at our last hearing, the state did move to null process or to decline that particular case. We will just revive that case in an indictment.
What's your name, Miss Sullivan?
They call me Nasty Nesto.
What's your name, Miss Sullivan?
They call me Nasty Nesto. So I ain't do.
You know what?